What is up, guys? Lone here today, and welcome to another PlanetSide 2 rant. In today's video, we're going to be talking about fun in PlanetSide 2, mainly focusing on the topic of Zergs and spawn trapping, so stay tuned. So if you've played PlanetSide 2 for even a decent amount of time, you've probably experienced spawn trapping on either side, and you've probably also experienced a Zerg, which is, in my eyes, when 96 plus players flood a base with less than 12 players and take it without resistance. Now, I don't think I stand alone in this when I say it's no fun for anybody during a Zerg or a spawn trap. Whether you're sitting on the outside of the spawn trap shooting in, or if you're in the base shooting out, it is not fun. It's also not fun to be one of the 96 players attacking a base with no enemies because you don't do anything. And the other way around, it's no fun to be one player defending a base against 96 plus players. You can't get anything done. I think both of these situations are just game killers, and I think it actually drives away new players. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I like a good 96 versus 96 fight, but that isn't a Zerg in my eyes. My definition of a Zerg is when a huge attacking force completely blows the defending force out of the water, and all of the defenders there, no matter how skilled they are, have no chance at stopping them. I think Daybreak Games has done a good amount of stuff to try and prevent this, but in the end, it's really up to the players to determine whether or not this happens. I get the argument a lot that it's tactically advantageous to send a Zerg, a 96 plus player Zerg, at a base with 24 players defending it to ensure maximum territory takeover and to win alerts and stuff. And I honestly can tell you that this is not true. It is not tactically advantageous to send 96 guys at a base with only 12 defenders. And here's why. There is a minimum number of time it takes to take over a base. No matter how many guys on it, the base will take a certain amount of time, no matter what, to capture. Now, if the capture points are contested by the defenders, it can take a little bit longer, but there is a minimum amount of time it takes, no matter how many troops you have there, to take a base, which is why it's stupid to send 96 guys to a base when you can take it with just 15. Now, when I say this, I almost always get the response, well, how do we counter their Zerg? If we only have 15 guys there and they send 96 guys at us, we have no way to stop it, and that's part of the problem. If we Zerg to prevent other Zergs, it's just a vicious cycle, and Zerging will continue, and less people will be having fun. I think in PlanetSide 2, the most fun is had when the fight is even, or very close to even. This is when you get to show off your skills, you get to tactically play, and just have a good time. When it's a Zerg, it's all linear. You just push in towards an enemy because you have so many guys doing the same flank. It's no longer flank, and you don't get to show off your skill. You barely make a difference in the fight. But even in like a 96 v 96 fight where the fights are even, you can actually make a difference, whereas in a 96 v 12 fight, you can't. You're going to win that fight no matter what if you're on the 96 team, and you're going to lose it no matter what if you're on the 12-person team. Now, let's say for a second it is tactically advantageous to Zerg, which I don't believe it is, but let's say for a second it is. Is it still better to do so? I mean, is the fact that you won an alert more satisfying than the fun you'd have by having even fights? I don't think so. I would rather have really good fights throughout a whole alert and then lose the alert than just Zerg everybody, kill nobody, trap people in spawn, and win, 50% off my C4 for the next hour. If platoon leaders out there don't believe me, ask your troops next time. I've run platoons before. I've herded the sheep, and I've actually asked the soldiers where they would like to go. And I know it's normally a terrible idea. It's not good to win alerts with, but in the end, it produces lots of very fun battles and fights. And even though it may not have an effect on the alert, we had a great time doing it. Isn't that what gaming is about? Having fun? If you're just playing to win, and the win condition is barely even satisfying, you get half off C4 for an hour or your vehicles or whatever, I don't think we're doing it right. So now with all of this said, I propose a challenge to all of you outfit leaders, platoon leaders, and people that just like to herd troops around. Instead of going the route that may be most tactically advantageous, or so you think, maybe go the route that will take your troops to the battle that will be the most fun. And if it's not fun, move to a different battle. Try it at least once, guys. I think if we want the meta to improve and we want the game to become more fun, we need to do something about it. We can't just keep saying, hey, Daybreak Games, stop allowing people to Zerg. If we don't want people to Zerg, we shouldn't Zerg. It's our responsibility as much as theirs, and I don't think we're taking enough responsibility for it as we should be. Now, I'd like to remind you guys that this is just a rant I made after a long night of PlanetSide. I started on TR and we were getting destroyed. I switched over to VS and then we were destroying people, and neither situation was fun, so I'm a little bit irritated. If you guys like the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you have some counterpoints and arguments, by all means, leave them down below. I would love to hear them. I'd love it when my mind is changed because it opens up new possibilities to things I haven't seen before. So argue with me in the comments. Tell me I'm an idiot, but do it in a constructive manner. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you guys all later. Lone Hawk out.